beautiful beings. Thank you for joining me here today. For this timeless tarot reading, first I'm going to clear the energy with my bell. I call upon my guides, my angels, my ancestors, my galactic family of the highest love and light to please help channel through me the messages that this collective needs to hear at the time that it reaches them. I thank you, I thank you, I thank you. I love you, I love you, I love you. Okay, everybody. I'm gonna start with my crystal tarot deck. Okay, start with these two. Let's see what we got. Ooh, the first one is the Seven of Cups, aquamarine. I trust myself to see the truth. So I'm picking up on some sort of, there could be some sort of situation going on where you might be feeling like some things could be hidden from view right now. There could be a situation where things just feel off, or you might have this feeling of not knowing exactly what path to take right now, of like what's for your highest good. There could be a couple possibilities going on and you're trying to decipher what would be best for you coming up. And there could be a lot of imagination, fantasy, daydreaming, but mixed in with that is all these potential possibilities that are coming into view, while Spirit is hiding potentially some other things that you can't exactly see yet. Like you're not quite sure what might be best, even though you might have a couple of paths ahead of you. There could be hidden, beautiful surprises at different roads. Very interesting. I'm getting that some roads may be harder and lead to some lessons, and some roads might lead to more manifestation. Some roads might lead to more connection. But it feels like your imagination just knows no bounds. Like you might be flooded with just these visions or things you're trying to bring into being. Like imagining your dream house, your dream wardrobe, your dream person, family, friends, job, book, art. It could be interior design. Like it's just like, I feel like it could even be games or gaming, you know, if you're into fantasy or role play games. It could be all kinds of visions you have of like projects, characters. It's going to be so different for each of you. But I feel like this overflowing cup of creativity coming from you, like I'm seeing these cups and I'm seeing kind of like different colors coming from these cups and swirling together into this rainbow. And for me, that's just symbolizing just this overflowing and mixing of creative energy. And this could be a beautiful, positive card for your creative projects and manifesting what you want. And fantasy and daydreaming and dreaming up these projects is like a very real part of manifestation, where you are embodying feelings, seeing like what it's like to have that thing materialized in your life. You could be daydreaming about it being real right now, and that will help call in that energy of getting the thing that you're daydreaming about. But if you're spinning your wheels a little bit in fantasy, like let's say it's a creative art project, it could be a little nudge to push you to make that into reality, to pick up the pencil or the pen or the notebook if you're writing, or a paintbrush, and really bring that to life, whatever you're seeing or game, whatever it could be for you. And if you're feeling like there could be all these things kind of up in the air in terms of possibilities, really ground yourself. You can ground yourself into nature. You could call upon your guides. You could ask for some clarity. You could tap into your higher self, because ultimately your higher self knows what's best for you, you know? Like, I trust myself to see the truth. And this could be, somebody could be projecting a fantasy version of themselves that might shatter. You might see through that sort of, it's almost like a mask they're wearing that isn't their true self, and you are not really aligned with their true self. I don't know why that's coming through, but if that resonates with you, it does. And that could also be with like what direction or path or project you want to take. I think pendulum work can be really helpful with that, to get some yes or no's of if this path is the highest for you or whatnot. And then we have the Four of Cups. So it's a lot of Cups energy right now. I listen to my heart and follow my knowing. And you see the truth. So this is just going right along with each other of, I believe you will see the truth. You will follow your heart, follow your intuition, follow where spirit and your guides and your angels in the direction they're leading you to. You could be starting to feel a little restless, maybe even slightly stuck. And some of that energy I've been feeling like is coming from this new year that's coming. According to the Chinese New Year, that starts on February 17th. So I looked that up today because I feel like there's a little bit of stagnancy, kind of like we're rearing up and getting ready to go for this new year, but there's kind of still this like liminal space of like churning of possibilities slowly starting to open up and pathways and things like that, but we're still like not quite on the path yet. And like when I was meditating this morning, I kept getting like, we're on the freaking cusp, like you're on the cusp. It's like we're on the cusp of this new year. We're on the cusp of manifestations and on the cusp of like starting to fully embody and walk down the path of our greatest desires is what was coming through. So it's like we're so close. It's like we're on the cusp, we're on the edge of the cup, about to like dive into, you know, the future. And so like there could be this feel or need for like direction or inspiration, or this hope for a positive change. And it's something that I've slightly been feeling of like, I can feel that something's there right beyond my reach almost. It's like right on the edge. And part of it is time, and part of it is taking small steps in the direction that you think is for your highest good. And you can confirm that with your guides, your angels, with tarot cards, like however you, synchronicities with numbers, however you get your messages, because, we all can receive messages very differently. So whatever that is for you, you can always ask for things to show up in synchronicities and numbers and dreams and your tarot and pendulum and meditation to get some clarity of answers of the direction you should really go into, and start doing little things to push yourself in that direction. And if you're feeling a little stagnant or like you're waiting for this recharge or inspiration or something, it definitely is coming. Like, I definitely feel it's in the wings. We are getting closer and closer. And if there's a little thing you can do to help bring yourself some joy, some love, some inspiration, whether that's a walk or a book or a tea or a bath or, a favorite store you want to go to, hanging out with someone you really like or care about, I would encourage you to do something that gives you joy, because I feel like joy can lead to inspiration and just giving yourself a little positivity and a push that you are in the right direction and things are coming in. And with the Chinese New Year starting in a couple of weeks, because it starts with their Lunar New Year, I'm pretty sure, in February, in a few weeks, I just have this visual, because especially since it's the year of the horse, horses have been coming through a lot for me, of like the Kentucky Derby and a horse that's like waiting in the stall before it's gonna get taken to the track to race, and the horse is getting fed like lots of very nutrient dense pellets and treats, but like as it's like eating and nurturing itself, it's getting more and more excited and pent up and maybe slightly anxious for what's to come, because there could be even more paths unfolding that are slightly out of view that are going to be popping up, and you're kind of nervous of like, oh, what's going to come through for me? I'm not quite sure, but your spirit team has your highest good always in mind for you. So the thing that I'm hearing is nurture yourself, nurture your body, nurture your mind, nurture your soul. Eat eat foods that fill up not just your nutrients but your soul. So you could be being drawn to lots of vegetables, or you might have a bit of a sweet tooth. Like whatever it is, there might be something that wants to be filled, whether it's like baking something with love or cooking with love, infusing your love into your dishes, not just nutrients, but like blessing your food, speaking to your food. Sometimes that like makes it even more filling. I've found sometimes when I talk when I'm baking, or sing to my food while I'm baking with high love, it kind of infuses that. So it could be a call to infuse your food or your drinks or something like that with some love energy. And you could even do it like before you eat it. If you already made food, you could also still like talk to it before you consume it. It might give yourself a little more of a buzz. It might feel warming to your heart, to your soul. And this pent up energy is just part of the journey. It's part of before the gates open and we start running to the races, we need to make sure we're taking care of ourselves so we're ready to hit the ground running. Because I definitely like the cusp of what I'm feeling is definitely like off to the races. It's like boom, you're just gonna have to go with it, and it's gonna be beautiful. it's not bad at all. Like, it's just this beautiful, pent up, excited energy of these new opportunities and new experiences coming to meet you in this new year, this full of new beginnings. But before the beginnings really begin, there might be some trusting your heart, nurturing, and still taking care of ourselves. We're still in this winter energy of really caring for ourselves and our souls, and making sure our cups are filled so we're ready to go off to the races. I'm going to see if there's any messages in this other tarot deck that I have. Are there any more cards? Okay, there's a lot going on. I'm going to take the one that flipped and this one that's sticking out. Ooh, beautiful. I'll start with the Two of Pentacles because this is the one I pulled first. I'll show you up close. So the Two of Pentacles, we have a beautiful yin-yang energy, this darkness and light. It could be the dark and light within you being balanced. Like, I get a lot of balance and harmony. It could be a balance in your physical body, a balance between movement and meditation, a balance in your mind, a balance between the higher and lower vibrational frequencies. And there's definitely this infinity loop and circle of like two things completely being intertwined in balance and harmony and infinite power and wisdom and joy. Because, you know, we're going to have darkness within us, and it's not a bad thing to have lower vibrational feelings. Like, anxiety is a part of life. How we perceive the world sometimes isn't always sunshine and rainbows. And that's okay. It's okay. It's okay if things aren't always perfect, because we can rebalance ourselves back into the light. We can always spin our perspective around to be more positive. Even if we're feeling negative sometimes, we can find the joy. We can find the positivity. This is somebody who's probably been doing that for a long time, because I feel a lot of balance with this. Like, you've done the work to be able to shift your perspective on a regular basis to maintain this lightness in your body and your mind and your soul. There could also be two people, two jobs, two locations. It can be a sign of options coming up, or deciding between two things, or just deciding between habits or choices or things that are coming in for you. And it could mean there's decision making coming up, whether it's about a path, you know, a project, a person. But it can also represent, you know, balancing the books, money flowing, income, just like an abundance of income. And that's what I'm feeling with this, is like the pentacles to me are like two coins that are balanced in infinity. So it could be like some venture you're going down, or some decision you're going to make potentially could offer you some financial stability, abundance, equality. And there could be commitments, you know, or management going on, where you're managing your finances, or how you're gonna spend some allocations of your energy. It doesn't always have to be financial, but the decisions could be, how am I gonna spend my energy, this way or that way? Am I gonna spend it worrying or choosing the light? Am I gonna spend my energy working on improving something, or chasing some joy, or following my highest path? Or am I gonna get stuck but I don't feel like there's any stuck energy. Even if there might be decisions that will be made about directions and projects and all of that stuff, you can see the truth. You can connect with your guides. You can trust your heart. You are a being of intuition, of magic, of light, of love. This is the Queen of Swords. So if you see anything additionally in these cards, I like to show you guys up close. But it's such a powerful, beautiful energy. So the Queen of Swords is kind of like this affirming, decision-making, independent strength card. And the strength doesn't mean she's like covered in armor and like heavily protecting herself. Her strength comes from her inner wisdom, her inner knowing of her divinity, of your divinity, you know, because it doesn't really have a gender. It's more of an energy. So if I say gendered pronouns, it doesn't really mean anything other than the energy of the card, because we have both energies within us. We have divine masculine, divine feminine, all of it wrapped up into one. But there's insight, there's strength, there's independence. So whatever you might be facing, seeing, going through, you ultimately have the strength, you have the power, and you will decide what's best for you. The Queen is self-reliant, but doesn't shy away from risks. So like if you're thinking about a new business venture, but it's kind of risky, it doesn't look very stable, and maybe if you go down that path, if your guides confirm that that's the right path for you, you're going to find this financial stability, this mental stability and wellness, because you're doing something you're really passionate about. You're pouring your love into this venture. And there could be like a logical approach, not just a heart. It's like a balance between your heart and mind. The decision that you could be making or what you're going through right now, you're listening to your heart and your mind. You're using your logic and your intuition. And both are like blending into this beautiful harmony of both matter and both intertwine into what's best for you. It's like you take into consideration what's best for your heart, what's best for your mind, what's best for you mentally, logically, and all of it. If something's on the right page for all the above, like it makes sense logically, it makes sense intuition, it makes sense in your heart, in your soul, and everything's aligning, and your guides are guiding you that way, there could be some beautiful surprises down that road. It could be, sometimes the Queen of Swords also can be a sign of like a slight loneliness, because you could be a single parent, or you could not be in a partnership right now, or you could just be feeling a little lonely, like you haven't found your soul family yet, the right community or friends or things like that. But in this solidarity comes this strength, this wisdom, this immense self-love. To me, I'm getting like a lot of self-love rating from this. This time of potential solidarity is allowing you to love and shed light and love on every part of you. And you could be cutting away things that don't belong with you anymore, like shame or self-doubt or an inner critic or healing your inner child. I definitely feel like there's been a lot of work done to really heal your heart and everything you might have experienced. And I especially feel like there could be a ramping up of healing before this new year, because potentially people that are coming into your life, or projects or friendships or whatever it is that's going to be coming as you run out of the gates in this new year coming up soon. They want you to be fully ready. They want you to be fully embodying a higher version of yourself, to heal things that you might have not known that also needed healing. Because I'm sure in this collective I'm reading to, you've already done a lot to get to this point, to be in the Queen of Swords energy, to have this overflow of creativity. There has to be a healing process for this creativity to flow. This solar plexus type of energy, this creative chakra. So I feel like you have done a lot of chakra healing, potentially shadow work and inner healing, but I'm sure you guys also know the healing never stops. The shadow work never stops. The healing journey is just continuous. Because that's just our earth journey. Even if we're in the 5D, even if we're on the highest aligned path, there's always room for growth. There's always room for more self-compassion, to invite more love in, to always be upgrading our chakras, our codes, to always be letting go of things. And some things are hidden from us until certain parts of our life where we're healed enough to heal the next thing, and then the next thing. That's just like going through chapters in a book. I know for me, I've recently uncovered something that I didn't know I needed healing. It was like some part of my subconscious put up this wall, so I didn't really know about it, no matter how deep I was going in meditation and healing work. And then suddenly it was revealed to me, there's this thing that's been hidden, and it's been guarded because you weren't ready to face it yet. You had to face all these other things and heal all these other parts of you before getting to this other hidden part. And it was like, okay, now you're ready to heal this. Now you're ready to let this go. It could be a belief. It could be, a trauma that was gone. But I definitely feel like there's some healing energy and some rebalancing. So you can fully accept and invite what is coming for you in this new year, this new timeline, this quantum leap. That's what 2026 feels like to me. There will be this quantum leap of new beginnings. It's like a huge snap, and then boom, we're running on this new beautiful path. And these last couple weeks, there could be just some revelations, some decisions, some things that need healing, some things that might need revision in our lives, whether it's certain people or jobs or situations we want to be in or not be in, and how we're taking care of our body, our nutrition, ourselves. So I encourage you to give yourself compassion. And if you're struggling with it, always call upon the angels, your guides, your galactic family. There's so much infinite love waiting for you and there for you right beyond the veil. So the more we can pierce that veil and accept love to heal all the parts of us potentially we didn't even know need healing, is beautiful. It's just such a beautiful energy to work with. And because of that, the Archangel Oracle has been calling to me. And let's see if there's an angel with a message or some help or healing or support, or that wants to work with you at this time. Okay, this was the one that clearly popped out, and it's my favorite. He's like my best friend. These are archangels, so there are other angels, like your personal guardian angels, but this is an archangel deck. So we got Michael. Oh, I love Archangel Michael. So this says spiritual acceleration. You're experiencing spiritual upgrades. Move forward. And it goes right along with what I was saying. That we're healing, we're upgrading our spirit to be able to hold more, to heal. The more we heal, the more love and light we can hold. We can hold with love, we can accept with love the new beginnings, the new people, the new paths that are going to be full of opportunity, possibility, adventure. It's so important that we have this new capacity to hold even more love, because spirit always wants to surprise us with more than we think we're ready for, more than we think we can handle, more love than we've probably felt or received. And that can be in the physical or the spiritual. You might have very profound spiritual experiences coming up, or right now, or just the path ahead is completely beautiful, whether it's more physical or more spiritual experiences for you. I work with Archangel Michael every single day. He's like the angel I just feel most close to. And if you feel like reaching out to him, he'll reach out to anybody, regardless of belief systems. Like, you don't need to believe in Christian deities to work with the angels. So the angels are just pure highest frequencies of light. They're pretty much light beings that have been interpreted in one such way and talked about in one such way. But they're really, if you break it down, just beings of light. And they're there to help anybody. And Archangel Michael does a lot. He's a lot of blue energy and blue light and blue frequency that I experience working with Archangel Michael. And you can see this sword, this light sword that's going over him. He has this beautiful sword that can help cut and detach from things that no longer serve us. So there could be a call to cut cords of negativity, to self-critic, to whatever it is for you, to shame, to hiding yourself, or feeling unworthy of more love or more abundance or more joy or more creativity. Whatever it is for you, you can work with him, and he can cut those cords and make you feel even more free to accept that. He can give you upgrades to your spiritual body. He can also protect you from any negative energies that might be around you or attracted to your light, because that happens. So he has beautiful shielding properties, beautiful properties of upgrading you, of releasing, and just fully accelerating healing. He can really propel us forward in that direction, because of he can fill you with infinite love, protect and seal that infinite love within you, and help remove anything that is not of infinite love and light and what's your highest good. So it's kind of like an all-in-one. He can do it all. He'll take out what doesn't serve you, cut cords so there's no more negative attachments, and then heal you and then protect you. He's just like all around great go-to spirit to work with. And so there is this spiritual acceleration we got going on. And a lot of times spiritual acceleration comes with potentially decisions and tower moments, and moments where we're feeling unsure or, just undecided, or like a pause, like this liminal space before this new stuff comes in. And it's like, oh, this is an opportunity to heal. This is an opportunity to evolve, to grow. Now, I'm feeling pulled to this Martian deck for some reason. I haven't pulled a couple of these decks in a while, so there's definitely some new energy and new messages that are coming through today. I'm just getting very strongly out with the old and in with the new, out with the old, in with the new. It's like they keep saying that to me. So that's part of the energy that we have going on right now, is this purge of the old, so we can welcome all this new for this new year of the horse coming through. Is there any messages or beings potentially in this card with messages or connections to this collective that would like to come through at this time. Okay, that's the one that wants to come out. Of course it is. Tarot is just so awesome. So we got fire, the element of fire. It has warrior, passion, and fearlessness. Now, this can kind of go along with Michael, because Michael is this being of like a lot of blue light, but that blue light also is the blue flame. He works very, very closely with the blue flame. And there could also be the violet flame, which is like another level, because like I see all this purple flame behind the red flames. So blue and violet fire energy is the ultimate purifying energy. So we're going through this purification phase right now. You're being purified in spirit and body and mind to be able to welcome all the new abundance that's right around the corner. That's right on the cusp. That's right, not quite in view, but right around the bend. And yeah, Michael works with a lot of blue flame energy, and so it's not just sword energy, but you can call upon the blue flame and the violet flame, and he can help assist you with literally alchemizing any stuck energies, any stuck emotions, any stuck memories or belief systems, and you can alchemize that and use these flames to really burn it out of you. And it's not painful, right? Like, this is a very meditative thing. It feels warm. It feels like love. It feels like healing. It feels like transmutation. It's pure alchemy that's going on. And fire is one of the most rapid, accelerating elements of alchemy and transformation. Like, water is very healing, but water can hold a lot of feelings and emotions, and can wash a lot of things away. But fire is this rapid transformation, right? When we put things in the fire, they can get reduced down to different parts. They get turned into smoke, get turned into ash and carbon and all these other things. And so when you're working with these sacred flames within your body, within your soul, to purge things that are not of your highest good, things that you've been holding on to, or maybe even not aware of. Because even if you're not aware, you can always ask, hey, can you please help clear and purge and alchemize anything not of my highest good, whether I'm consciously aware or not consciously aware of it, things you can name and things you cannot name. Like, you can spell it all out and help you. And there are lots of meditations. So if you go on YouTube, like, there's lots of violet and blue flame meditations that you can do. There's Michael meditation, so highly recommend that, especially because clearly they're like alchemize, transmute, spiritual upgrades, and you are a warrior. So that's one of those things where it's like Archangel Michael is often seen as a warrior, but that's a lot of angels are reflections of different parts of your highest spiritual being, like in your light body, right? Like, we're all warriors, we're all creatives, we're all, writers and speakers and tellers and healers. We're all of these things. And you might be putting in your inner warrior to alchemize, and there's this passion, like, with all this creativity overflowing, like, you're very passionate about things. Like, this fire is not just a tool for healing and alchemizing and upgrading. Like, it's such a fun energy to work with. It's so alchemizing. You could also be working with dragon flame. That's another thing, is like, if you work with the dragons closely, you can also call upon dragon flame and your dragon spirit guides or the dragons of the realm to come and help alchemize you with dragon breath and dragon fire, because that's just a whole other level of fire. Like, if you've already worked with violet and blue, or you've already worked with dragon, like, there's so many versions of flame to work with, and they're all beautiful, and they're all of the highest good and upgrading you, to be this version of yourself. Like, the dragon flames really can, like, alchemize things you didn't know about. It can give you a new light body structure. It can really transmute even your light body and like kind of change the alchemy of your light body in some ways, and just infuse you with this other layer of protection, of intuition, of self. It can burn away old versions of you that don't exist. It can harden your spiritual body. Like it's like almost like how diamonds are made, right? Like, but instead of like lots of pressure over a long time, it can be a lots of flame that completely starts changing your body to be more crystalline, your spirit body to be more crystalline, is what I'm getting. But this fire also represents your passion, your fearlessness, this warrior, this queen energy of, you have passion, you have creativity. It could be a passion for a cause, a project, or a book, or something you're creating, or something you want to pursue, or career, or self, like whatever passion you have, there's a fire about you. You could also be a fire sign. And the way that you're able to fearlessly face your shadows, it's like you have this fearless element where you're like, I'm ready to see what I didn't want to see before. I'm ready to reveal it. I'm ready to transmute it. I'm ready to alchemize. Or this fearlessness of like, I'm ready to start this new path, to go down this adventure. Nothing's going to stop me. I'm a fearless, what's the word? It's like someone who goes on expeditions, you know what I'm saying? Like who discovers new lands. It's like you could be discovering a new type of music you're making, or a new type of book or genre, or the way you're mixing things together in media, in art, or in your career. Like you could be really blazing your own trail of something entirely new and not afraid whether people say like, oh, you're not supposed to mix those things together, and then boom, it's just beautiful. Because you know what you're doing. You have this passion, you have this insight, you have this guidance that is pulling you in that direction. Is there a message in this oracle? Okay, this is too many, guys. That was like 4 cards that came out at once. So let's see. Can we do something not that many? Can we have like 1 or 2 or 3 maybe, if there's a message in here for them? All right, that one. Okay, you made it too, and that's fine. So the first one is the Starship Captain, which is going along with all this energy. It says, I will lead others with confidence and humility. And that's something that you could be preparing for, and that you have this leadership, this independence ability, and you could just be in this final phase of training is what I'm hearing. It's like Spirit Academy, right? And you're going through another level of transformation and alchemy and upgrades, so you can go into this next chapter. You could be a spiritual leader, you could be teaching classes, you could be just blazing the trail on whatever thing you're passionate about. It could be in the arts, it could be in the sciences, like who knows, you could discover a new thing in the realm of discovery, engineering, science, or it could be music, it could be art, it could be a new type of spiritual healing, or something that you're sharing with the world. It's like they're preparing you to be this starship captain, to lead others on this beautiful journey, this path, or connect with others through whatever mediums you connect with, whether it's science or art or music or writing, whatever it is for you, or tarot even. But you have this fierceless captain, like you're ready to voyage into the unknown, and we're preparing ourselves to voyage into new galaxies, into new stars, and meet with new beings, and to help guide others through the galaxy of ourselves, to the infinite depth we hold within ourselves, the infinite lifetimes and things like that. They're showing me the avatar from The Last Airbender, if you know what that is. And it's like you have all these lifetimes and this wisdom, and you're able to connect to the spirit realm and get all this wisdom from other people. And you could be like an avatar type person where you're leading a lot of people into this this new era, this new timeline, into this new way of being, and showing people how to connect with the spirit realm, how to connect with their higher selves, their past lives, their future lives, and pull information to start grounding in this higher timeline. And then we have the scientist. Dude, like, all these cards really are all in such alignment. It's just so fun. So the scientist, I will share my creativity with the world. And look, she's like mixing these two chemicals and it's making a reaction, and it's beautiful. It's creating light. It's like whatever creative endeavor you're doing. And it could be science. It could be literal science. There's a lot of creativity in engineering and science. Like, there's creativity in everything we do. It's how we come up with new things. But again, it's like you're blending two things that may not have been blended before to create this new thing. And this new thing is going to bring light into the world. And that light is so needed. As we charge forward in this new year, as we're constantly trying to anchor in this 5D timeline, this highest timeline, not just for us, but for Earth and for everyone. And the more you share your creativity, your projects, your passions with the world, the more light the world will have in it, and for other people. And you're meant to share yourself. You're meant to share your gifts. It could be your spiritual gifts, your creative gifts, whatever it is. You're meant to shine. You're meant to show up and be seen. And if there's like old potential witch runes of being seen in this lifetime, that's something that you're healing, that you're alchemizing. Anything that's stopping you from stepping into your leadership role that's coming for you, or this creative explosion you're going to share with the world, all of that's being cleared. And you're making these decisions and being assertive in what's best for you, what's highest for you. You're taking this time before all this new stuff pretty much explodes around you and you start leading this new venture. It's like you're doing this alchemizing and upgrading. It's beautiful energy. There's a song that's one of my favorite songs. It's like in my head, called Wounded Healers, by this Australian band called The Cloning. The Cloning. And it talks about being wounded healers. Like, in order to be a healer or someone who leads the way, a lot of how to heal and how to connect with the spirit realm and all this other stuff, or even connect with music or science, whatever it is for you. We go through these trials, these tribulations, and this alchemy and this healing and like shamanistic practitioners and things like that. A lot of times they heal themselves first, and once they've healed themselves, or they continuously heal themselves, and then you've got to a point where you can finally teach. It's like an ongoing healing process, but you've learned these basics of like what to work with, what to use, how to connect with spirit, and how to alchemize things. And now that you've really gone through the fire, you can help other people go through the fire, or show them the way, the light. Or you've made a lot of mistakes in experiments or creative experiments with art, with music, with writing, and now you're like, oh, this is the way. This is how it should be done. And you can help teach others, help show others. I'm gonna pull a unicorn card because unicorns are like, hey, we're showing you all this visuals about off to the races. Like, we want to talk to, we want to be seen. So, sir, you little unicorn with a message is like, as soon as I say it, shoots over. Let's see. Oh, how cool. This is a seahorse. And it's like a seahorse with like a guardian mermaid. It's called Kazus. I don't know how to say that. Kajus. Kind of sounds French. The world's happiness comes from having happy thoughts. The world's happiness comes from having happy thoughts. So I'm definitely feeling like you're part of this energy, like this light you're creating could even be your happiness spreading through the world. The way that you express your happiness, your creativity, your passions is lighting the world and giving the world more light, more joy. It's like you're part of the reason there's happiness in the world, because the happiness in the world is the reflection of your beliefs, of your passions, of you following your joy. When you follow your joy and what's in highest alignment with you, and when you heal, you're also healing the world. I know that sounds crazy, but when you heal yourself and you heal your own issues or things within your shadow work, you're also healing shadows of the whole world. You're also spreading more light. You're also spreading more joy, and your happiness and your thoughts are going to be reflected back to you in the world. This is also about manifestation, about you dreaming up and then acting on the reality that you want. You know, you're dreaming of this joy and this maybe relationship or home or whatever it is, and then you're just taking these steps of following your passion, following your creativity, of healing what no longer serves you, so you can make room for those new things that you're dreaming about, and you're anchoring your happiness in, because you're chasing the little joys. You might not have that big goal yet there, but you can still embody the joy of already having it. You can still embody the joy of a good movie, of a good book, of a nice bath, of a tea, of a good workout, whatever that is for you. It's definitely like you're creating waves in the world that are yet to be potentially fully seen. And that's part of what could be around the cusp, is like the waves you've put out into the world of your light and your love and your joy are going to come right back to you at high tide and like wash you into this new beginning. And you might be, if you're really connected to water or water beings as well, because we all are connected to the elements, because we're all connected to Gaia, and the elements are kind of like spirits that are very connected to earth. So you can work with water and fire. You can feel connected to air, all of the elements. No element, like is technically like above another. So working with all of them can be great. You could feel a connection to water beings, water spirits, mermaids, or have a past life like that. It's something I'm getting because there is a mermaid in this, or a connection to the ocean in some way, if that resonates with you. But yeah, it's like there's definitely going to be great things around the cusp. We're alchemizing, we're healing, we're preparing for this new role we're going to step into, and the way that we're going to share our creativity with the world, the way you're going to show yourself, to be yourself, to embody all that is you, the weird, the wonderful, the wacky. We love it all, especially here. That's all I'm really getting. So thank you for all your love, for all your light. I'm so proud of you for all the healing work you have done and you continue to do, for all the light you give the world, for all the creativity you share. Thank you for all that you are. I cannot wait to potentially hear from you. So feel free to comment, to put emojis, to do whatever you feel called to. I love hearing from this beautiful collective. Sending you so much love and so much light.